USC at Oregon. This game is hilarious. USC, they're still somehow in the mix for a playoff spot. Um, coming into this one at 8-2, Oregon 9-1, also in the mix for a playoff spot. This one I feel like it's almost kind of like a playoff eliminator, where whoever wins this one outright is probably going to go onto the playoffs. Um, Oregon, yeah, they've got USC in. I'm sorry, they've got USC at home, and they end the season at Washington. So they get the two games left. They need both of them to make the playoffs. Um, they're off a big win at home against Minnesota. They're kind of a wagon at home. I mean, I guess they have the one bad loss to Indiana, but Indiana is like the more physical team. USC is not going to out physical Oregon. They're not going to out physical anybody. They're kind of, I, they're coming in, ranked 17th in the country, but I don't really think they're the 17th best team in the country, if I'm honest. They're a bit soft. And I think they can be bullied. Oregon, I know is coming into this one a bit hurt. Let's just take a quick look at the Oregon Ducks injury report, just to double check, make sure that nobody football. Just kind of double check, make sure nobody key is we missing. Yeah, they got some banged up receivers in Decorian Moore and Gary Bryant Jr. Defensive back Trey McNutt is also banged up. Let's see what we got here. Oh, they got a bunch of guys out. Yeah, only a couple of them are key players though. Their wide receiver core is kind of banged up, which isn't good. But then again, they just have like three more 5 stars sitting on the bench. They're probably going to roll out there. Um, that being said, I think you're going to see Oregon kind of rely a bit more on the ground and pound, given how banged up their receiver core is. Um, they'll still be able to throw it, but I think you see them run the ball a bit more often than they have previously. And USC kind isn't really, that's one thing you can kind of do to them. You can kind of bully them around a bit, especially in the line of scrimmage. I'll lay the 10 with Oregon. Um, Again, Oregon, they got the inside track to the playoff spot. I think with this win, they kind of seal it up. I think if they were to lose next week to Washington, that's not the worst loss in the world. Um, so I think they could probably survive another loss and make the playoff, but they're not going to lose this. So if I'm honest, they're the better roster, better team, and more physical team. That's the side I always want to be in. And they're at home, and they've been, aside from the Indiana game, they've been really good at home this year. So I'll lay the 10 with Oregon at home. Next up.